Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who haven't been here before, I'm Tiffany. Do yourself and me a favor and hit that subscribe button below, please. So for these review videos, I like to hit on points that are important to me. And obviously, these points may or may not be important to you. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. So the points that I'll be touching upon in this video and other review videos will be, number one, the price. Obviously, that's probably something that's important to everybody. Number two is portability. Number three is ease of cleaning. Number four is comfort. Number five is suction. Number six is whether there's a timer on the pump. I like to be able to see how long I've been pumping and not have to remember to start my phone timer right before I start pumping. Number seven is whether it switches automatically from stimulation to expression. I usually forget to do this, and so I need it to be automatic. And lastly, number eight is whether there's an app that connects to the pump. So today we'll be talking about the Medela Freestyle Flex and what I like about it, what I don't like about it, and at the end I'll kind of give you a review as to whether I would buy it again. This retails for about $325, but there are places to get it cheaper. Right now on Babylist, it's going for $299, and I do know that some insurances offer it at a discount. So the first thing I was looking for in a pump was portability. I kind of needed something that I could use at work, I could use at home, I could use in the car if I wanted to, and I wouldn't be stuck to a wall. I do have a toddler that I often, need to run after while I'm pumping, and so if anything happened, I needed to be able to get up quickly. So for the Medela Freestyle Flex, it's very small. I absolutely love it. It's something I could just throw in my bag easily. And instead of using this little handy wristlet, I actually attached a clip to it. And so what I usually do is I will put on my breast pump parts, and then I will just use this clip right here and clip it onto the middle of my shirt and kind of just use it like that, so I'm completely hands-free. The next thing that I was looking for in a pump was ease of cleaning. So I didn't want something that was really tedious to clean. I feel like that kind of dissuades me from pumping sometimes and just makes it way more of a chore. And I used to have the Medela Pump-In Style, which has those tiny little parts, which I absolutely hated to clean and would always ask my husband to clean for me. So with this pump, I actually love the pump parts that come with it. The downside is that you cannot kind of switch them for old Medela parts if you do have them and it's something that's important to you. But I love these so much better, so I wouldn't even want to do that, to be honest with you. Let me show you what the parts look like. So this is the tubing. This long piece here attaches to the pump very easily. Kind of just like a little triangle hole that you can see there, and it just goes right in. Very easy. And then you have these two pieces, which you can use either as a double or you can use it as a single and kind of just stick this piece right in there. And then this part would connect to your little system right here, and I really like it. It comes with the Personal Fit Flex breast shields, which I absolutely love and are way more comfortable than the old breast shields. I haven't had an issue, and I did read some reviews about them potentially warping the like silicone right here, but I have not experienced that at all. You just use regular Medela bottles. And then you have this kind of little contraption that just, you press the two buttons on the side, you open it right up, and it has this little backflow protector, which is wonderful. Also, there's a closed system, which is different from the Medela Pump-In Style, which was not a closed system. So this is pretty thick. I have not had any issues with me like worrying that it's gonna tear or anything like that. I can wash it pretty vigorously and it's been completely fine. It kind of just fits right into here. And then this closes right there. So as you can see, it's very few parts to wash. So when you take it all apart, like you're really just washing these three parts. along with the bottle and the flange, but everything's kind of like big, and so it's just easier to wash in those tiny little pieces. The third thing that was really important to me was comfort. Like I said, I had used the Medela pump-in style before, and it just really had like a mechanical sucking motion that just left my nipples very sore. So this one, I will say, is a lot more comfortable. Like I said, it does have the these Personal Fit Flex breast shields, which are way more comfortable. And it just also, the suction of it, it does pull my milk out, but it doesn't leave my nipples feeling sore afterwards. It has more of a vibration, kind of similar to the Spectra. So I would say it's in between the Spectra and the Medela pump-in style when it comes to how it feels. Another thing that was important for me was that the pump have a timer, and this does. So I do not like to have to worry about turning on my phone timer when I start to pump, which I had to before with previous pumps. So with this pump, you just turn it on right here using the side button, and it will start. So you press play right here, and it does sound very loud right now, but that's because nothing's attached. And then it does time your pumping session for you, and you can see it right there on the screen easily. Let's pause this. Another thing that was important to me was that it would switch automatically from stimulation to expression, because I didn't think that was too important to me, but then I had a pump that didn't do it automatically, and often I would forget and get distracted on my phone or something, and then be like, oh crap, I've been now in stimulation for 5 minutes. So this does automatically after 2 minutes, and so right here you can see that it's in stimulation, and then eventually it will switch to expression. And you can adjust the levels right here, higher, lower. You can go all the way up to a level 9. Obviously, it's not this loud when everything is connected. And just to touch on how loud it is not loud at all. Compared to other pumps I've used, like the Medela pump-in style, this one is so much quieter. And just a couple more things to touch upon that I like about this pump are that it does have an auto shut off after 30 minutes. Also, if you forget to charge it, you can use it while it's charging, although it's not recommended by Medela. But in a pinch, it's important to be able to do. Okay, now things that I dislike about this pump. So first thing is this hand strap. I don't know who would actually use this. I don't even know like how I would use this. So I did end up putting on a clip in the back that I can just like easily clip onto pretty much anything, and I can link it. So another thing I didn't like were that the pump parts are a bit bulky. So throwing 2 of these in a bag kind of takes away from the fact that the actual pump is so tiny, because I feel like this is kind of bulky. But that being said, it is not a huge con for me, and I still love this pump so much. Along the same lines as like these pump parts being bulky, I am 5'1", so when I do use this pump, it is important for me to kind of straighten my back when I have it on, so that it's not hitting my thigh if I am sitting down. Again, not a huge problem for me, just something to keep in mind. So this is not something that I necessarily dislike, but when I did purchase this pump, one of the main factors was that it had an app that was connected to it. And I thought I was gonna use this app so much, and I was gonna log all my pumping sessions and all that, especially at the beginning. I will say that I probably used the app once. It's not the best app. It doesn't log obviously how much milk you're producing like other apps such as the Willow. So you're having to manually go in there and put in how much milk you produced. Although it is nice if you kind of forget, oh, what time did I pump or something like that, that it will log it. So that's kind of nice, although not something that I've used. And then lastly, which is probably the biggest con of all, and something that I did see other moms say on different reviews that I read and different YouTube videos that I watched, is that these spill extremely easily and you will lose precious milk if this falls over even for a second. And I can attest to that. Before I bought it, I was like, well, how bad could it be? But it did happen to me, and it happened to me once, and it will never happen to me again because obviously now I'm extremely cautious. But they're a little bit top heavy, so it is a little easy to tip. I think I elbowed it or something, and it did tip over. And I feel like the amount of milk that spilled was probably more than if it didn't have a cap on, which is just weird to say. I don't know what it is about these, but they spill so easily. So that is something to keep in mind, and something that you'll want to be very careful with while, when you finish pumping. Just make sure you put them on the table and don't hit them. They also come with kind of like those little base, like bottle holders, so you can put that right in, but I, usually don't keep those near me, and I did keep them kind of like in my little pumping area, but it was just like a hassle to remember to take them out, so it wasn't really realistic for me, but it does bring that, and so that may be helpful for some of you. All right, so what are my final thoughts on this? Would I buy it again? Absolutely. This is my primary pump. So I use this pump at home. I use this pump when I go to work. I use this pump at weddings, everywhere. I would highly recommend buying this pump, and I do recommend it to everyone that asks me which pump they should get. I originally thought that I was gonna get a pump for home use and a pump for when I go out, but I just love this pump so much that I've just been using it at home and when I'm out. Thanks for watching my video, and if you liked it, please hit that like button below, hit that subscribe button. The next video I'll be doing is on the Willow, and then I will also do a video comparing the Willow breast pump to this breast pump, and I'll let you know which one I like better.